I've lived in Danderhall all of my life. I retired a couple of years ago, and then when lockdown came about I got myself a wee dog, and it was whilst walking the dog one day that there was a council guy spraying verges. It transpired that he was spraying glyphosate poisoning, and from that day, started a campaign in the community with Midlothian Council. Ended in us being asked to take over the management of green areas in order for us to be granted a pesticide-free zone. So a legal document was drawn up. We rose to that challenge. We put out a call to the community to come and help, and we formed the Danderhall and District Guerrilla Gardeners.
Okay, rake up all the leaves.
Where do we put them?
And I think we get
bags in there.
Oh, that's good.
So we'll put them in a bag.
I definitely better.
So what we'll do, let's get them all in one big bundle first. Right, so if you leave it there, Charlie, and get another load.
Aiden!
Let's have a look in here. We're going to make the first one in here. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do, you want to bring another log over? Good boy.
These are heavy.
Nah. Perfect. Well done.
Let me take out a big one.
Put some earth back round it, and then press it down just under the plant.
What are you doing here?
Planting flowers, pansies. And I'm also digging up so I can put the pansies in. We are planting, we're making bug hotels, and we're making them for the animals to hide about at night.
Ready? 1, 2.
No.
What's up, there you go. Come on. This is the way to school. Come on. I think we'll have to do that because the teachers are ready to go. Peter Barad in a train to... Okay. If you could maybe use them here. You know? Get the hedgehog.
Can we get a for sale sign up?
I started in March, just a week after the gardening group started. And the first jobs we really did was go around all the areas that were needing a bit of tender loving care, and we tidied those up. And then once we did all those gardens, we just basically started to put plants in, plants that were donated by the local community. And before too long, we're getting positive comments from the community. And the more support we're getting, the more donations were being given. Plants, they were donating money for us to buy equipment for the gardening. So yeah, it's been really positive from the community. And it seems that now everywhere we go, people recognise us. So yeah, it's been good. Yeah.
I took early retirement about 6 years ago, and my intention was always to be involved with the school in some capacity, whether it was helping with reading or just going in and seeing them at lunchtime, getting a hand with dinners and stuff. But the gardeners started, and then we started the partnership with the school, so it's a no-brainer really, because you're working with some lovely kids, and All you really want to do is make this a better place for them to stay as well and get them to respect their community.
It started really a lot because of the lockdown, and we were able to get out and about in the fresh air, and there was a huge need for it because the council were going to be using weed killer, which we really weren't very happy about, you know. So we took on areas in the village, and it's just blossomed from there. You know, it's been really good, and brought a lot of us together that I didn't know anybody when I moved here. So it's been good for me as well in that respect. You know.
It was by sheer chance one Saturday morning that the two of us were up in this area speaking to some of the residents, and we remembered there being a wall here but couldn't quite remember the location. We thought it was near the road. Made some inquiries with other local people and discovered that this wall actually was here. The pavement had been extended. The wall was here. It was protected by trees, nettles, bushes.
Brambles.
We couldn't see the wall at all. So on a Monday afternoon, 6 of us were up here pulling back weeds and discovered this wall and this particular platform here. We had a historian come and speak to us. He found some pieces about the Edmundston Wagonway, and it transpires that this is the last remnant of any link to the Edmundston Wagonway of the 1800s. At the same time, the historian that came out to speak to us was telling us that from here we could see several locations of old pits, one in particular where there had been a disaster in 1839. But what we were particularly disturbed about and very upset to learn was that young children were bought by the owners of the pit and were forced to work in the pit, so they were slaves.
I've been below the coal work 12 months and more. I gang at 4 and 5 in the morning and come up at 3 and 4 at night and later. I can fill a tub of 404 journeys. A journey is nearly half a mile back and forward. I can fill 4 and sometimes 5 tubs in a day now. Oh, I do a lot of work actually every Sunday, but it's just that sounds like far too much for a child my age or a bit older. I think adults should be doing that until the kids get older, much older. Like, I'm not walking a mile 5 times a day.
We've got a stonemason. We've actually paid for a stonemason with funding from the Coalfields Regeneration Trust to bring it back to its original style and pointing.
So we're carrying out a full restoration rip out. So we're raking out all the existing mortar that we got found that had been badly deteriorating over the year. Some of the original lime mortar, some had been filled with cement, and cement's a completely wrong material to use. So ripping that out, we'll be taking this concrete plinth off as well, and then at the other side where the roots have really eaten through the wall, we've had to take sections out of the wall just to strip that back at a 45-degree angle to give us a good line to then tie the wall in back together. So we're just slowly but surely piecing it back together before then it'll be a full rake repoint and lime mortar. And then once this plinth's off, we'll be adding a sandstone coping just to finish it all off. To be honest, from a stonemason's point of view, to be involved in such a kind of historic thing and to bring it back to life, and I know how much it obviously means to the local community here, it's a great honour to be involved.
It's going to be landscaped, and we're going to put the monument on top of the wall. There's also going to be a bench area. It's going to be lit up. Quite a lot of planning going on behind it, and we are all amateurs. We're doing our best, but we think it's going to look pretty spectacular once it's up and running.